Dream Team? It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Top Gear making fun of Americans compilation part 5. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe, ring the notification bell, get a video a thumbs up. Let's do it.
Short and skinny, but she's strong. When it comes to smashing up cars, the Americans, they're the kings. The GT then is America's best car because it's as American as the American national anthem, which was written by a Brit. It's a bit like the American Navy then.
Really? The American national anthem was written by a Brit? That's crazy. That's very interesting. Really?
American national anthem, which was written by a Brit. It's a bit like the American Navy, this car, devised by a British person and then sort of improved. I just wish they applied themselves this thoroughly to making cars. They can build amazing stuff. So why, when it comes to cars, are they so completely hopeless? Some of it is down to America's love of the disposable. They buy cars like razors, use them and then throw them away. That's why this Cadillac feels cheap. It's from a country that has no sense of time. It's built to last 3 years, not like a castle to last 3,000 years.
I feel that.
I don't live here. I've come to Las Vegas to see just what the average American knows about Europe. How many European countries can you name?
There's that one with the kangaroos.
One with the kangaroos.
Jesus, that's not even in Europe. Australia's its own country and continent. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. I mean, besides the UK, I feel like not many Americans are gonna know many European countries. Heck, I can only be like 4 or 5 myself, which is kind of embarrassing. But that's just the way it is. But yeah, I'll be intrigued to see how much they get.
How many European countries can you name?
Oh, about 4.
Gone in.
Europe?
Yeah.
Asia?
This man named a whole nother continent. It's crazy.
What's the capital of France?
France? I have no idea.
No
Capital of
idea.
Italy? What's the capital of Great Britain?
I don't know.
Scotland. One country it's next to.
Austria.
No, Scotland's not next to Austria.
There's really pretty good rear legroom, and because it was designed in America, the seats are big enough for your burger-munching, supersized Californians.
You stop this bong by closing the door, but then when you turn the ignition on, you get a new bong. It's presumably for the American market. Remind them that they're in a car. Okay, because Ford's head of noises... The what? Well, he's American. He'll be the vice president of noises, because they always are. He's come up with a list. It's a 1.8 two-wheel drive family hatchback designed to look like that. They're actually in trouble in America because they've been advertising and they've dubbed the V8 soundtrack over the ad.
To make it look big?
Yeah, they've just got, look at this, and it's tiny. A muscle car, a metal metaphor for America. Unbridled power with a dodgy sense of geography. This is the Chrysler Crossfire. It's basically a German Mercedes SLK that's been covered in a body that was designed by a Brit. A car America can be proud of then. The automatic version is terrible, the manual is better. I don't like the ruched leather, too American, too designed for Houston dentists. I still can't believe.
I mean, Clarkson don't like. Is there anything you do like about America, Clarkson? Is there one thing that you came over here with like, I really like this about America? They do this excellent. Is there one, Clarkson?
American, too designed for Houston dentists. I still can't believe that Switzerland banned motor racing because of an accident in another country.
Yeah, it's like Britain banning railways because a train crashed in India.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like America invading Iraq because some Saudi Arabians destroyed the World Trade Center. I admit,
It's very good looking.
the fat men from Kentucky have done a very good job with your car, but they are ultimately fat men from Kentucky. This was designed by engineers from Milan.
Are you listening, Ferrari? Well done, fat man from Kentucky. This is a masterpiece. The thing I like most of all is this satellite navigation system. You get a touch screen and it lets you choose your language, and you can have English UK and English US. Sort of exactly the same, but with extra adenoids. You see, the Americans have never ever been able to...
No, our languages are completely different, dog. That when it comes to like slang and all of that, dog, I react to UK slang and I didn't know any of it. I was like, I don't know what they're talking about. And so, yeah, we same language, but also very different language.
Car at all. I mean, it's just not in their nature. They're rubbish at it. Everything was built down to a price and to the nearest foot. All Corvettes, all of them for the last 50 years or so, have been the same. Very pretty, but just shiversomely awful. Rattly, nasty, vomit-inducing rubbish.
Oh my
Morgan
God.
needs to sell more cars in America, and so the Aero 8 is about to get bigger, wider, softer and comfier. So think of this as a big, bruising bulldog, having a last hump of your leg before the Americans neuter it.
Your car is American. It doesn't work here. It rides like a Corvette.
I have to say I'm with you on the ride in the BMW.
The ride, it is atrocious, isn't it?
It's a bad
This
ride.
is exactly what we were after.
Look, it's a physical experience driving that car.
We arrived in Reno, which is like Las Vegas, only smaller and worse.
It's a town with some light bulbs on it.
It's a town with some light bulbs on it. The biggest little city in the world.
Join the action at Reno, which is, factually speaking, a toilet.
It's rubbish, but it's cheap and it's good looking, and you get the roof down and just think, well, you know, this...
Now you're driving the Chrysler, you're on the McDonald's management fast train.
I'd rather that than Goodyear, Stickleback and Bunsen burner, and next year I'm going up to it. I can see all the obstacles in my way. And the main obstacle is that I'm going to spend the next 5 hours on an American airline with its nasty food and its bossy stewardesses. Great. But it's not American, it's from Australia.
And the great thing about that is that because the Australians still recognise the authority of the Queen, the steering wheel is on the correct side of the car.
Yeah, it's ballistic, but you can't have a Corvette in Britain. It's too brash, it's too ghastly. They're like turning up at one of the Queen's garden parties in chromed cowboy boots and chaps. Surprise, surprise, the Dodge Viper. Now, as you would expect, Uncle Sam's answer to the European hypercar has an engine that you don't measure in cubic centimetres or cubic inches. You measure it in acres.
What places in the world that I'd rather go than America?
All of them.
Look.
Clarkson hates us. But I see Clarkson hate on many countries on this show, so I take no offense. It's all fun and jokes. Even though he probably be what he be saying, but I take this fun and jokes.
Every single country in the world is better than America. I've just come back from Burma and the Ukraine, both of which are 1 billion times better than the United States.
We're not interested in the views of stupid Americans who come over here with their big video cameras saying, gee, I love your history, it's just so old. Sod off.
If you read about Los Angeles or saw it in a film, you'd think, oh, come on. But because of the jet, you can come here and say, yes, it is that silly. It doesn't bother me, though, because I'm out of here. And then there's this. Now, apparently, Mitsubishi wanted to call it the Stallion, and that's a very good name, very butch. But someone at the American advertising agency, I think, misheard. Okay, Starion. We'll have the brochures printed tonight. Mitsubishi Starion. Marvellous. Why have they never sold Mustangs here?
Because they're rubbish, mate. I think I've driven the whole range now, from the original one right up to that convertible, which we arrived in today, looking like Siegfried and Roy, as you pointed out on your mobile phone.
It wasn't a good arrival. I think the problem is they've styled them to look like the 1960s Mustangs, but they drive a bit like the 1960s Mustangs, which is not
actually
what
drove like 1940s oxen carts.
Yes, it's tricky.
Now in America, they're leisure vehicles. The idea being that after a day's mountain biking, you chuck your hog in the back and run it home. As a result of this, they've become seen as being very trendy. As trendy even as wearing your IQ reducer back to front.
There you go.
Weird? Well, yeah, I know it is.
You look good now, Clarkson. It's a good look. You gotta wear a hat like that more often.
But what can you expect from a nation that likes to put maple syrup on its bacon?
I don't do that, but I feel what you say. I see many people that do that, but I mean, I don't think it'd be bad. It just, yeah, I think it'd be pretty good if you ask me, but I wouldn't do it because it's too many calories for me. But
Is this real carbon fibre?
No, it's not.
Are these real ram air scoops?
No.
I'm sorry, Richard. It's
not supposed to be a Rolls. It's simple, it's fast, it's a worker's car. It's for blue-collar workers. It's
Are you
simple.
born in the USA or something? What has happened to you?
Let me put it this way. This is like a bodybuilder, right? Hugely impressive, but when you take its trunks down, it's hello, Mr. Squid.
What do you mean you put it in a melon?
Sorry, don't send helicopters.
what you talking about?
If you're watching this in America, I bet you're jealous. Because you don't have roads like this.
Last week, we discovered that the Americans have finally learned how to make a decent car. This week, we've discovered that they've forgotten again. Because there's this, it's the Cadillac SRX crossover, and it's a big, massive, in fact, ugly, daft thing. Why?
Has it got 7 seats in it?
No, it's got 5.
So it's got the same number of seats as a Ford Fiesta?
Yeah, it'll cost between £28,000 and £37,000. I know, but, but the general manager of General Motors, Jim Taylor.
General Jim Taylor.
General Jim Taylor.
General manager of General Motors.
Generally says. He actually went on record saying it's the right size at the right time. It's so not, is it? It's a massive, massive car. We don't
This
want
was a
that.
man who in 1946 christened his son Adolf. It's the right name at the right time.
Timing is not his thing.
Can we make that go away from our studio?
Forever.
There it is, gone.
Forever. Yeah, they definitely be hating on America, and I guess America really just can't make cars. I don't know about cars, but I guess America ain't good at it. But that's all we got, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up. It's your boy D Neal, out.